Today we're going to have a ceremony that talks about something very special, so I'd ask everyone to please turn off their radios, cell phones, or whatever other devices you may have so we can get started with our ceremony. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, a group of servicemen and women stand to honor all veterans and veterans known only to God. They stand guard over the Tomb of the Unknown at Arlington National Cemetery. This tomb has been patrolled continuously since 1930. They march in front of the tomb. They do this in all kinds of weather. And when you ask them why they do it, their answer is very simple. The men and women that we are honoring deserve it and earned it. There are some questions about the tomb guards. One is, how many steps do they take in front of the tomb? The answer is 21. That signifies a 21-gun salute, the highest honor that could be given to a military man, woman, or foreign dignitary. How long do they stop and hesitate in front of the tomb? 21 seconds, for the same reason as number one. The gloves they wear are wet, so they don't lose grip on the rifle. The tomb guard's rifle is always on the shoulder away from the tomb. You'll notice that when they march, they put it in the other shoulder, depending on which way they're marching. How often does the guard change? Every 30 minutes, the guard changes. What are the physical traits to be a tomb guard? For a person to apply for a tomb guard, he or she must be at least 5'10" or 6'2", between that. Their waist must not exceed 30 inches. There are some different rules for female tomb guards. Other requirements of the guard is they must commit 2 years of their life to being a tomb guard. They live in the barracks underneath the tomb. They cannot disgrace the uniform or the tomb in any way. After 2 years, the tomb guard is given a pin that he can wear for life as long as he continues the rules and doesn't break them. Currently, there is only about 400 presently worn. Tomb guards must obey these rules for the rest of their life. Their shoes are specially made. They are made with thick soles to help protect their feet from the heat and the cold. They have metal plates on it that extend to the top of their shoes that make a loud click when they halt. There are no wrinkles in their uniform, folds or lint on their uniform. Guards dress in front of a full-length mirror. They wear wool because it's the only material that can hold the crease. Their pants and belt are worn 2 sizes small to protect and maintain their posture. After 6 months, the tomb guard is able to have a little bit more freedom. They can then watch TV. All duty time is spent by the tomb guard studying the 175 noble people buried at Arlington National Cemetery. Some of those are President Taft, Joe Louis, the boxer, Medal of Honor recipient Audie Murphy, the most decorated soldier of World War II. And we must know about Mr. Francis Woodruff Buckles, a West Virginian who was given the title of the oldest living World War I veteran. He has since passed, but he lived to be 110 years old. Every guard spends 5 hours a day getting his uniform ready to go on duty. The tomb has several carvings on it. On the north face of the tomb, north and south face of the tomb, there are 6 wreaths. Each of these wreaths have a certain number of berries and leaves on them. If you ask a tomb guard, he can tell you what that all means. These wreaths will be inverted. They stand for 6 major battles of World War I. On the east face of the tomb, there are 3 figures. This is the face that most visitors do not see. The 3 figures are peace, victory, and valor. Peace on the left, holding a dove in the left hand, while holding the hand of victory with the right hand. Valor in the middle, holding a broken sword, and his hand and his facing victory. Victory in the middle is holding his hand of peace and extending an olive branch towards valor. This symbolizes the devotion and sacrifice that went with the courage to make a sense of righteousness triumph. The west face of the tomb faces the plaza and faces the memorial amphitheater. The inscription on that is, "Here rest in honor glory an American soldier known but to God." In the back in the amphitheater, there is a short prayer engraved on the wall. "Eternal rest grant them, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon them." In 2003, Hurricane Isabel was approaching Washington, D.C. Our senators and House took 2 days off in anticipation of the storm. On ABC News, it was reported that because of the danger of the hurricane, the military members assigned to the old guard would be given permission not to walk their post. They respectfully declined. The soldiers told them no way. Soaked to the skin, marching in pelting rain and tropical storms, they said guarding the tomb was or woman. The tomb has been patrolled, as I said, continuously since 1930. It takes a special individual to be a tomb guard who believes in love of country much more than their self. It takes an individual who is willing to give up his personal pleasures to honor the brave men and women who have paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. Remember, as I said, 24/7, 365 since 1930. Weather is not an issue for them. A very special breed of Americans do this. If they honor the dead and the unknown like that, I feel very proud to be an American. As we've been talking here, you've noticed that your Boise State National Guard has been guarding the tomb here. We will now present 3 wreaths for our departed comrades. The Governor and the Attorney General will present the American Legion wreath. Where's the Governor? And your Attorney General, sir. The next wreath will be the West Virginia wreath, which will be presented by the President of the Senate. The last wreath is for our MIA and POWs, and that will be put in by the Adjutant General and the National Guard Commander. We will now have a salute by our Boys State firing squad, followed by taps.
Detail, 10, hut. Bugler, post. Safety off. Ready. Aim. Fire. 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 Bugler, recover.
I also would like you to notice, you may be seated, gentlemen. Thank you. I'd also like to call your attention to the back. You see the crosses.
Detail.
The crosses that are there, that is the Mountaineer Boys State National Cemetery. And you'll notice that have markers in front of them depicting each of our wars. World War II, 820 West Virginians perished in that war. World War II, 7,037 perished in that war. Korea, 1,388. Vietnam, 11,082. During the Cold War, 9. The Gulf War, 3. Panama, Saudi Arabia, 3 to 4. Iraq, Afghanistan, and Enduring Freedom, 5 to 6. The total number of West Virginians killed in battle was 11,500 in all of our wars, conflicts, and whichever. When you're walking through here, remember that as you're going through here. Now, you've probably witnessed your National Guard marching the tomb today. This will conclude our ceremony. I need my 6 National Guardsmen to stay back for a few minutes. They will be presented with their Tomb Guard wreath for guarding the tomb. Thank you, gentlemen, for your attention. You may move to your next event, which is, I think I have it right this time, the Assembly Hall. Thank you, Matt.